A rabid fox has been captured and euthanized from the Old Salem and Happy Hill area. The following is a message from the Forsyth County Department of Public Health. A fox that attacked two people in Old Salem and near Happy Hill Recreation Center last week has tested positive for rabies, and now public health divisions are reaching out to get the attention of anyone who was in the area between June 20th and June 27th.
Well, last Thursday we had a fox that turned out to be rabid, and it had attacked a couple of people in the Old Salem area. And our concern is other people, tourists, residents, people visiting our area may have been exposed to this fox or their pets.
Tuesday, Rimmer, a public health nurse, and Charles Cahill from Environmental Health were in the area working to spread the word about the exposure to this fatal virus.
So what we're doing now is coming down here, putting boots on the ground in Old Salem, going to knock on a few doors, a few businesses, because we are concerned about tourists, we're concerned about residents, we're concerned about citizens that might be visiting Old Salem. So we're trying to get the word out through social media, we're trying to get the word out through actually visiting the property and talking to any business owners or anybody we see that might work here, and let them know what's happened and let them know what to be careful and what to watch for.
Prevention is key in their communications.
So, as we all know, rabies is prevalent in wildlife, and any exposure that might happen to humans or to pets is a very serious concern of ours, because once you contract rabies, there is no cure. So where we try our best to prevent rabies from exposing humans is through the vaccination of their pets, and actually information about not coming in contact with any wildlife. And once you do come in contact with wildlife, if you are exposed, then contacting your physician or any medical provider, and let them guide you on what you need to do. But again, once said is once you get rabies, then there is no cure for it. So that's why we're taking concern.
Yeah, so the most important thing to remember about rabies, it is spread through the saliva of a rabid animal. You can be exposed to rabies via your pet or a surface if you get that saliva splashed into a mucous membrane, or it enters the skin through an open area in your hands. I always tell people, if your pet is injured, don't check your pet with bare hands. Make sure that you're wearing gloves. And the saliva has to be still wet. In other words, once the saliva dries, it is no longer viable. Rabies is not spread through blood. It is not spread through skunk spray. It is only the saliva from the rabid animal, not your pet.
Both say while it's important to get the word out about this exposure, it's never too early to prevent ourselves and our pets from exposures in the future.
People should always keep their animals current on vaccinations. That would be the number one thing we would tell anybody. Make sure that your animals are current with their vaccinations. If you are concerned at all that your animal might have had contact with any wildlife, then I would contact your veterinarian and let them walk you through the proper process as far as what the veterinarian thinks you should do. But if you are current on your rabies vaccinations, then there's not much more to the process and maybe getting a booster, but that's between you and your vet.
If you were in the vicinity of Old Salem and Happy Hill near the Recreation Center between June 20th and June 27th, and you or your pet came in contact with a fox or any other wild animal, you are encouraged to speak with your primary care physician or have your pet seen by your veterinarian. I'm Ed McNeil for Forsyth County Department of Public Health.